for you. Real quick. Okay, you guys. So this is good karma for whoever this message is for. You will know it's yours because it'll come across your screen and claim it. You know, if it's not yours in the moment, claim it that it's yours. And so this is crazy. Look at this. I mean, look at this. I mean, look at this. 10. I mean, that's the beginning and the end. It's like, you know, here's what was it? Oh, happily ever after. Literally, happily ever after. So when I reach this card, usually I stop the reading. I'm like, why go on? But it was for this good karma that's going to happen. Maybe Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, but this is the Libra card. And truth of a Queen of Wands right underneath the Empress. She is an intuitive, very grateful. Okay, as I did, instead of a 3-card spread, I did a 4-card spread. And over here came the Knight of Swords. Well, this is a very serious person. This is a male star. Yeah. And right here, this is like lies becoming to truth with the 7 of Cups. And then over here with the, you know, Ace of Cups. You, no matter which way you turn it, I mean, your cup is full and overflowing because it's in the water. And this is like also feminine energy. Feminine and masculine and feminine energy. Hi. And then we have idea. So this is Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy as well. And having that energy and not giving up. You're not giving up. And you're very grateful. And this is Leo energy as well. This is Aquarius energy. And you're probably going to see the 2 of Swords come in the reverse because the truth, seeing the truth, because of your intuitive. Surpassing this Tower moment. You know what I mean? Surpassing the Tower moment. I think that's, you know, maybe you're a little nervous. You know, a star, I mean, is interested in you. Of course you would be nervous. Then look at this. We have the Queen of Wands. Oh my gosh, this is how they met. Through a Queen of Wands. A friend of a friend. Of gratitude. And through having many choices. And truth. You know, someone happy and confident in who they are. Someone that shines, the diamond in the rough, okay? You just need to polish the faucets of your heart and reveal the strength and beauty within, you know, through this Queen of Cups, this Queen. I feel the High Priestess is going to come out. I just feel that. So let's continue with our reading. Hi, everyone. I don't take tests like that. I'm sorry. I'm a person of truth. I don't do tests like that. And then, oh my gosh. You obviously don't understand. The Word was with God, Daniel, which is through a personal relationship. Not the text, not a book, man-made book with all these translations that man makes money from a cardinal man born of sin. I'm sorry. The Word was with God. The end. Thank you. And we do not mention religion on here. Unless you have nothing nice to say, don't say it. And we're going to remove that because I'm not going to be tested. That's your first warning. And here we go again. This is going to be a quick one. This is going to be a quick one. guys. So it's okay to write your affirmations, you know, and put it on a sticky paper if you have to. Just to remind yourself. You know what I'm saying? I wish I had a better stand for that, but let's get this done. Okay, so we have the Queen of Cups here. Hot under both the Queen of Wands. So this good karma, this intuitive talking good about this other queen, a queen that gives her whole heart, looks, has a lot of haters, a Pisces. Yeah, because she's probably doing right, and she's married to a rich man and they're not. That's why. And you're gonna find out your real friends real soon. Something's going on. Yeah, because of greed. You see, greed over wealth, Pisces, over nurturing. Greed over nurturing is gonna create this separation between some kind of friendship. That's the Tower moment, or this star. Okay. It's just too much of this. And then ultimatums of having to make choices and being controlled. And then having yourself be dependent now. Like, no, you have good intention. You pay attention to detail. Okay, I feel this is a male Leo. Okay. A King of Swords energy. Of logic. I think the Emperor is like the meanest guy in the deck, but he wouldn't be the Emperor if he wasn't. But you have a good perspective, good karma. Your name could start with a Q. Your name could start with a C, an E, an L, an S, a T, a B, an A. Look, tradition. Tradition and happiness, emotional happiness. Okay? Look at this. The world, whoever you freaking are, dude, look at this. Success, this is also fixed signs too, because you feel overwhelmed. This is fixed signs too. They want to take this away from you. Okay, this Leo energy, this, Sagittarius, Aries. Look, they want to take that, this Aries energy. So basically, because they're fixed signs, and this is a fixed sign of Aries. So, yes, this, I feel traditional masculine that you think is trying to control you. But they're not. They just want what's best for you. And you're having a hard time with that. Yeah, you guys are married. You're really close, you know. Man, I think separation maybe has come up, but it's never been like serious. Look, let's go on. What else do you have for my collective? Jumpers. Which is really important to this message. Okay, gratitude. Yeah, nothing to celebrate, but look, it's in reverse. It just goes upright no matter which way. You're probably a celebrity because it was in the reverse and upright. A superstar, and this is the truth. This is the truth, and the Ace of Swords. Yeah. Or you're with a couple friends right now. You're very popular in your neighborhood. You're a person with material items that are very grateful, and you share. You share is another trait. I feel the High Priestess energy real strong. The World also right here is High Priestess energy and the materialism. Yes. In materialism. So to me anyways, through my years of experience. Look at this, you're not putting up with this. Like you're a celebrity. Look, you're humble. You're a good one. This Aries, of this logical Aries person. They want to not control you. They want to help you and guide you because they've been there and they've done that. And they do have haters. They are a celebrity. Look, because those cards came out like that. They are a celebrity. This is the truth. It's been known. I think you have a hard time believing it. Yeah. It's like, who's trying to get away with what? That's your attitude towards it. And no one is. It's just your good karma. And I think you know without knowing, because you would never do anything to hurt anybody. Okay. Wow. What a message. What did you do? Look, this King of Wands energy. He's very handsome. And he's very handsome to you. Sometimes he could be arrogant, but he's very handsome. And he's also intuitive. Okay, could be your friend, a friend of yours. This intuitive. Maybe a Capricorn. What else for the collective? I love you too, Zeros. It's good to see you. How are you feeling, mamas? Twins. Boys. Remember, like, it's gonna be a boy, but I feel a boy and a girl now. I don't know, fraternal. Look, what did I tell you about this shit? Okay, coming out in truths because of the Knight. The Knight of Swords. Where are you, Knight of Swords? What did I do with you? Yeah. Or I'm sorry, I wasn't the Knight of Swords. Yes, it was the Knight of Swords. Sorry. Ah. And he's not very serious either. This Knight of Swords. This is like the story in between. I should have just stopped there, said, and the end. I feel like the Bible. You know what I'm just saying to you. Please, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say. This is my channel. Start your own channel and say what you want. What? Tradition, though. Tradition, I feel like you celebrate all the holidays and you're a very grateful person and you believe in different things and you have good morals. Like here, we accept everybody. And your ability to see the truth, you are intuitive, and the King of Wands, and not just the King of Wands. I'm going to say a Scorpio, Libra energy. And then the Seven of Cups coming out here, proving lies turning into truths, and then truths coming out, and then the Justice card coming in, the upright, which is truth, real truth, and good karma. Okay? And now this is like, yeah, you're not getting away. So that's the good news from this, the superstar, this King of Wands. Yeah, he's not gonna let you just get away. This air energy, this star, this, I feel an air energy. For some reason, I feel like if you guys were together, you'd be a power couple. Yeah, definitely. Let's see what else you have for the collective. Oops, what is that? Oh, this brush from outside. Anyways, did I turn that off? And that. Okay. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. The Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune, right there. It's like you were born into it. Like, sorry to say, like the silver spoon kind of a thing, but that's okay. I'm not prejudiced. You know what I'm saying? So and I feel like you have good karma because you have these rich friends. And just because they're rich and you're poor, you don't go like begging. You know, like, you handle it yourself if you have to suffer or not. You would never ask your rich friends for help because their friendships mean more. And that's the real fortune. You know what I'm saying? So maybe this is where this perspective and this good karma comes from. And then the 10 of Pentacles, which is the best card. Really, I should have stopped there. What was I saying about the Knight of Cups? And he's not very serious, but things are going to start to happen fast. Watch. With the Truth. He's not very serious, and you see this in the moment or in the past, but he's noticing. Things are going to start happening fast. He's the King of Wands, so he's a Leo, Sagittarius, or an Aries for sure. Okay, this is for a specific person. Okay, you could be a Libra, a Leo, or Aquarius, Gemini, Sagittarius, or Aries. Okay, another air energy. And she also has this quality. Okay? So, yeah, the Priestess, I feel, is going to come out because the Queen of Wands keeps looking at me. The Empress. You think this woman doesn't know much. It's like she's left in the dark. You leave her in the dark about a lot, I feel. You know? And so how is she supposed to take you seriously? Look, the Nine of Wands confirming Sagittarius is going to come out, watch. And patience and temperance. Maybe you have patience. Maybe your therapist or your doctor or of some sort. You know, a shaman, whatever. Sagittarius. That's just the feeling I'm getting. Okay. So yeah, you're guarded. You're guarded and you're having a hard time trusting people, but you live in the moment and appreciate the moment. The Knight of Pentacles over here, he's like, oh, look at me with all these pentacles. And you're just like, so, I'm happy for you. And that's the attitude you need to have. So, I'm happy for you. I'm a diamond in the rough. So, when someone notices me, I'm going to be polished and beautiful. You know, you're learning these patience as well. With the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. But also of Taurus energy. Look, Taurus energy and Taurus energy. It is a Taurus moon. And this person doesn't have good intent. This person in the past. Yeah, they live too much. You live in the moment, but they live in the past. Whoever, see, Chariot of High Priestess, and then this is like, pay attention to me card, or fame card, is going to be, or the star card now, okay, of tradition. Maybe have gone through a heartbreak, you know. But you'll get over it fast once you connect with your soulmate. And it is soulmate because it's the Queen of Wands and then the King of Wands came out. So this is a man that gets what they want. And look, High Priestess energy, isn't that what I said? That's what I said. So, yeah. You get what you want in the end, no matter what, and you're going to get the recognition that you've wanted and needed, okay? It's not just a want, it's a need. And look, High Priestess, not just the material. And I feel like that's more of the future and this is more of the present. But you're a High Priestess for sure. But look, you're going to be making bank soon and people are jealous. You're going to be banking and people are jealous. And you're just going to have haters, you know, so just ignore it. And I think that's why the Tower's in the upside down. You know what I mean? For most people. Confirming Gemini lovers. Okay. Of the king of this passion. And then it's a power couple, so it must be an air energy or a fire energy. And then this is confirming the Lover's card, which is also an air energy. Okay? Yeah, through this passion. So, and it's like maybe they think you have more money than you do, but look in the Six of Cups. It's like you have you both fantasize. You fantasize, you're in like fantasy land, you try to escape the real truths. You know what I mean? And this introvert is now becoming an extrovert. You know what I'm saying? This person is really smart, but greedy. You know what I'm saying? With his pentacles in the past here. Kind of in your future, or in your present. But it's like, you're wishing on a star. Look, what was I singing about the Sagittarius? Okay. So, yeah, pretty much. Definitely power couple of an air sign and or fire sign, but this is a collective read as the World card came out and is all signs, and so is the Fool card. Yes. Yes and yes. So let's read some of this. Starting medical treatment, good for you. Oh, your mom? Don't do that. Just tell her the truth. And if she's against it, you know what to do. Thank you so much, Pedro. Please subscribe, share, and like. I really appreciate you guys, each and every one of you. You just soften my heart. And thank you for the good comments and the good vibes. And this is a safe space. Everybody is welcome, a safe place. Everybody is welcome here. Your views are not wrong. Everybody's views is actually right. I mean, if you get together and you change your perspective on things, you'll see the truth about things. You know, like the word, in the beginning, the word was God, and God was the word. It never said God is written text by Cardinal Man, did it? Or how many? 12 different ones? I'm just saying, dude, I've studied so many religion. I'm more of a spiritualist. It means to have a personal relationship with divine and earth. And that's what that means. And please, trending now, edible straws. Look, doesn't mean you have to eat the edible straws. It means that they're eco-friendly, biodegradable, disintegrate in 14 days, and we all know that we have seen a straw in the street in paper, okay? Tell me we haven't. It's upside down, it's because you're distracted. If it becomes in the reverse, it's because of distraction. Okay? You're distracted right now. And you have to go back to your roots. Go back to the basics, the crystals, the chakras. Look, the chakras, look. I'll show you. Feathers are always good to have around intuitives. This is Selene Knight. This is Opal, because I am a Libra. And I'm an ocean activist. And so I have these. Okay, so they're basically message in a bottle, wishing bottles, or casting jars. And you put your wish in there, and you manifesting jars, and you manifest, yeah. Awesome, yeah, manifest stuff, with that, and pray and just hope. Pray for me, because I got 2 going, girl. I'm like, I need the protection. I need this shit to really happen. Be praying, like send your vibes my way, my love. You know what I'm saying? And pray for me, or whatever your vibe is. I love you. Thank you so much. Yes, so I do this. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And help me reach 1,000 so I can make it happen and help more people and do personal readings and or smaller readings, or I don't know what I can do with the perks yet, but thank you so much for subscribing, liking, and sharing. So let me explain. Okay, so this is turquoise and silver, by the way, but this is howlite. It can also be used in place of the 7th chakra. This is the 6th chakra. Okay, so we have empathy, intuition. Let me get that right. Yeah, empathy, third eye, communication with lapis lazuli. That's amethyst right there. Then you can use green aventurine for the heart chakra. This is citrine. This is citrine polished. Which is this raw stone, and then this raw stone polished. And it's really good, citrine and carnelian and quartz on a bed of quartz for digestive issues. So yes, we have that in confidence in your sacral or your solar plexus, sacral, okay? You have red jasper, I have. This is red jasper. This is red jasper palm stone for creativity. I love the palm stones. And just, just hold on to them and meditate. Anyways, yeah. And then you have, or you can use, if you don't have quartz. But I got my quartz as protection over here in my altar. This is raw quartz. And then you have your black tourmaline. So this is your grounded, your rooted chakra. And that, yeah, basically is at the bottom of your spine. And it is the first chakra out of the 7. So it starts this way and goes this way. I know. I should have it this way, huh? I should have it the right way. I just cleaned them, so. And it's like, maybe I'll fix that right now. I don't know. But yeah, a sacral repair. Okay, so get some red jade and red garnet. Get some citrine and quartz. Clear quartz. And ice quartz. That's what I would do. Yeah, pretty rad, huh, you guys? Let's throw some oracles out there as well. Okay, so yeah, I'm dyslexic too, so fuck, no wonder. Sorry, it just pisses me off. Like, I even get distracted. You see, J Rose? It's supposed to be the other way, gosh dang it. However you read it, and I read. You read left to right. That's how you read. All right, but howlite's found everywhere. This is just polished. I have so much of it around, like. Anyways, so yeah, you have your 7th, your 6th, your 5th, your 4th, your 3rd, your 2nd, and your 1st. And then I add extra stones here at the top, like this is malachite, raw malachite for intuition. This is raw garnet. And this is a polished rose quartz. This is a raw lapis lazuli, which is communication of your 6th chakra. And this is green aventurine for your heart and psychic abilities. This is a certain type of quartz. You could find it everywhere. I just picked up a couple pieces that I felt energy from. But this is also labradorite, which also helps with intuition, but also protects you. This is lava rock, also protects you. This is your root chakra, your first chakra, being grounded. Yeah. And so Sagittarius is also amethyst, so this is third eye activation. And I just got that from holding this, that little extra info. So, yes. And this is also ice quartz. This is ice quartz. This is polished regular quartz to ice quartz. And it's always good to have quartz. Always. Always. This is my broom, my cleaning broom, which we keep the velvet nice for the tarot cards and stuff. It makes them last longer and stuff, but I believe this is aquamarine and this is malachite. And this is ice quartz, and it's a wand as well. So it's a broom and a wand. So I love it. Okay, and then keep a bottle of water underneath your bed. And then they have little trees that you can get on Amazon too, and I love them. They're like, you need like a bed of quartz with the carnelian, the citrine, the carnelian. And if you can get red jasper or garnet, that would be awesome. But let's go on with the oracle for right now, right quick, because I can't be very long. Crossing paths. So you're destined to encounter something to happen, between you and someone. Crossing paths with someone, definitely. Let's see what else. I think that you're afraid of the unknown, but you're willing to accept the truths. You wish to have this union, and maybe you will have a better union than you ever imagined. It's like testing the limits with this other person. It's like a test, the limits of what? Examining your reaction under pressure, and that is what makes a diamond in the rough, which was my card today, but it really resonates with this card. So it's yours too. You know what I'm saying? Making the best out of the worst situations. And that's why your wishes, I feel like the universe is honestly listening. Someone's giving you the cold shoulder. It could be a Gemini because it landed on the Four of Swords, or the Lover's card, that someone is deliberately distancing themselves, hiding in dissatisfaction, doing whatever they want, and not even caring about your feelings. And they're jealous, and they're very jealous about unspoken truths, like a friendship test is being tested. It's like a circle of drama. It doesn't need to be a circle of drama, honestly. It just doesn't need to be. And it's like, through this, exposing lies. See, what was I telling you about lies becoming into truths? Okay, lies becoming into truths, and then temporarily distance yourself in this relationship. And you might reconnect later, but right now is not a good time in the moment. You've got a lot going on, and you don't want to be distracted, J. Rose. Don't want to be distracted, okay? Drifting apart. You're pregnant, you need to be at home resting. I feel like you're out and about. You and baby, and babies. Drifting apart. Connection between you and someone is fading, and it makes you sad, but it has to be that way. It has to. It has to be that way. It's unknown, and it's like you're not sure, and you have to do what's best for you and yours. If this person is just going to be quiet, let them pay their karmic lesson. Karmic lesson in justice up here. That's what that means. Look, unfiltered truth, double standards, Unexpected revelation. A shocking revelation will change your perspective. What was I saying? The hangman came in the reverse, and that's what that means by exposing these truths. Double standard. Different people are held to different standards, and it doesn't have to be that way. You know, just because you live in the ghetto doesn't mean you have to act like you're ghetto. You know what I'm saying? I used to say that at my salon all the time. It was a hybrid salon barbershop named Tailored Cuts with a Z, Advice Emporium. And I used to say, just because we're in the hood doesn't mean that we have to act like we're in the hood. All right? So keep it at a chill, a neutral. Anyways, double standards, all right? Unfiltered truth. If you couldn't say it at a barbershop, cleaning the air, where could the fuck you say it? You know what I'm saying? Someone will speak their unfiltered truth. Someone will. Clearing the air energy of Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, cleaning the air. Yeah, clearing up misunderstandings through communication. Yeah, communication really helps when it comes to clearing up miscommunication and unfiltered truths. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, J. Rose. Exactly. Well, that's why you would get away, J. Rose, so you don't have to receive the hurt. Because watch, when you become in this hermit mode, and you'll know what that means, you won't be distracted. You'll be like, damn, why didn't I do this a long time ago? Exactly. Okay? And your family might not get together. It doesn't mean they're not family. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta love them from a distance. Like I just had a falling out with my auntie, and it was over something so stupid and trivial. It was just, but I always had to reach out. So it was like, I don't know if she really loved me or cared, but I felt like she was pretending to love me at most times, and bred from me in some ways, you know, created rumors or by talking about me maybe to my father or something. And that's how gossip spreads, you know, and that's a fucking sin, you Bible thumpers. Let me tell you that. Okay, don't be pretend. Be your authentic. Yeah, see, in the reverse, authentic self. You know what I'm saying? My mother was more of an honest person. I remember when I was a little girl when she was into Wiccan rather than a damn Christian, a Bible thumper. Okay, I'm just saying. Being your authentic self is important. Everyone wants to scare the fuck out of everybody into going to hell. You're going to go to hell if you do this. But do you agree with baby killing? Do you believe with women killing and stuff? Because God did that in the Bible. He allowed that shit to happen. Remember that. A man written book that has so many different translations. I mean, I agree with the morals of it, but I do not agree with the negative. God is love. Universe is love. All that other shit was man freaking written, and it just pisses me off. You know, that people hide behind that good book. Oh my gosh. You don't need that. Yeah, holding back other person is not being fully open with you. They're not even being fully open with you about something. So they're pretending too. It's like, how? No, be your authentic self. And they're gonna agree whether this other person is right or wrong. They're gonna agree with them, not you. And sadly. Okay? And I hate to say that, but that is so freaking true. You need to get away from them anyways. Yeah, good intentions on me, you guys. Bad intender or turn to sender. Thank you. You know, cultural differences, I think, too, take a big play, the religious factor. But, yeah, with doubt surfaces and stuff. Yeah, control issues, mind games. Look, right there, control issues and mind games. Right there, J. Rose. Control issues and mind games when you're your authentic self, but she's not. Okay, but look at this, control issues and mind games. It's like, do this, giving you ultimatums, or I won't do this. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Anyways, don't be afraid of don't give up hope yet on your relationship, you know, but keep your standards low. Like, don't expect anything to happen. Pretend like, yeah, karmically, dharmically, you're going on your own adventure. But watch, you doubt it. Trust in yourself. When you start doing that, loving yourself in the first house and the 11th house of reflection, when you get to be with you and your babies by yourself, and you know no one fucking with you, you're gonna be so freaking happy. Everything else is a facade. You know, how are you gonna raise your own? This keeps coming up too. The path ahead in the relationship is uncertain. You know? Unknown. Okay? Maybe someone's trust in you is starting to waver. And that's what you worry about with these control issues. Yeah, unexpected news. Unbelievable news that will shatter your expectations through this control bullshit. Yeah, ego check, interaction, sun energy. Okay, forcing you to confront your own ego too and your own demons. That's what that's saying. See 11th house of self-reflection. And keeping secrets. Yeah, don't be the one to keep secrets. Always keep it real with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Keep it real with yourself. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean, homie? Yeah, this ulterior motive that someone is getting close to you and that has these hidden agenda intentions. So I feel like that this is a person giving you the cold shoulder. Yes. And keeping tabs on you. They're giving you the cold shoulder, but they're keeping tabs on you. Someone is keeping tabs on you, definitely. On your media, some shit. But that's kind of scary, man. Yeah, what was I saying? Hidden agenda. Hidden agenda. Someone has a hidden agenda and motives. Don't let anybody get too close. Inner conflict, look. Maybe she wants to take the baby if she's acting that way. Inner conflict makes decisions difficult. I feel like she wants to do that because of dinero. Get the fuck away from them. I'm telling you, J. Rose, they will help you. You know, you're not content, but you're quiet. Simple companionship brings you peace and satisfaction. But no, is that too hard to ask? Expectations want things to unfold naturally. Is that too freaking has no people gotta fuck with you? Really? Like, don't fall for that shit. Do your own thing through your relationships and loyalty. You're loyal. You know that. You ain't got nothing to prove. You ain't gotta appease everyone. Screw that. Yeah, let them have the karmic lesson learned, which came out here with justice. You know what I'm saying? Let their held. And your future looks good. It looks content. It looks like you're grateful. It looks like you're intuitive. I see a channel. I see you being your own. I see pentacles. I see needs met. I see someone wants met as long as you budget right. And I see sobriety. I was getting that earlier. And I've been over 60 days sober, by the way, on, alcohol, red wine. Thank you. Happy birthday to me. And so, just cold turkey. That's it. And that's the real fucking story. All right? The true story will come to light. It always does. Remember that. Truths always come to life. Always. And the past always echoes and comes to bite you back in the ass. You know what I'm saying? My mother once told me once when I was very little, and I never forgot, your past always haunts you, so be careful what you do in the now. Enjoy the now, but do the right thing when no one's looking. Treat that person the way you want to be treated, the way you want your kids to be treated, the way you want your sister to be treated, the way you want to be treated, you know, and these connections and feelings, echoes of the past. It's like, let go of this shit. And they're going through a karmic lesson. That's why they can't let go. They want to bring you down with them. That's the thing. They want to bring you down with them. And you're just being patient, taking care of yourself, doing your thing. And you're going to be okay. Look at this. Look at this. I showed you that spread. You're wishing in the moment. You're wishing right now. You're a high priestess. Yes, you are a high priestess. That's every queen in the deck, and the empress. Nobody's ever gonna find anybody like you. You can do almost anything as long as you put your mind to it. You can cook, you can clean. You're the perfect even housewife. I can't even say that. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? You're like, you are ready a long time ago, and I feel like you're a cultural person, and you had to learn very young. Because it's different in America, you know? They're spoiled, they have no morals, most of them. You know what I'm saying? So keep your cultural, and I feel like another language. Teach them both languages. And I feel like you won't be able to do that if you're distracted with a man or something. And really, you don't need them. There's toys and stuff out there. Your kids are more important. Yeah. Definitely. My son was alive, my life would be different. Very different. Thank you. I appreciate that. But, J. Rose, I know you're quiet, but your wishes are going to come true. I know you're praying, Mama. I feel it. You're looking at the camera. Traditionally, look, tradition. You're going to be able to do what you want, be what you want. You know what I'm saying? Yes. And not with the Sagittarius, honey. With a Virgo. A Virgo. And this is proving, yeah, that came out too. This is Virgo. Yeah, a Virgo. No, this came out with this, and I take it literal because it just slipped out. Look, the way your ex is going, you don't want your kids to have to experience his demise. This is also Pluto in the first house. Of regeneration, transformation, facing fears, confronting inner demons. Yeah, no, he's I'm sorry, but it's God's trying to take you away, or the divine's trying to take you away from something so you don't have to see him go through this. You could warn him and he could change the future, but I don't think he's going to listen. You're going to end up with this Virgo energy. Yeah, look, traditionally, a rich man, someone in the spotlight, someone that's been recognized for his work. Look, honest love, a love you've never experienced before. This is the air energy too. Honest love. This is a romance. Oh my gosh, you can't even get sleep because you can't stop thinking about him, or maybe you can't stop doing that thing. Maybe you just think about him and daydream and night dream about him, and you're wishing you could always be with them, like move in with them right away or something. But that's gonna happen. Just take it slow. Don't go too fast because you don't want to mess it up. Pay attention to detail. You know what I'm saying? Bad news for the Sag on everything, because you're the magician. You're higher than the priestess. You're the freaking magician. You're the one that can make it happen. You're the only one that can make it happen. This is crazy. This is freaking crazy. I can't even believe you are the magician. Okay? You're the magician. This Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy, definitely. I feel like when you got together, it just created chaos in the Five of Swords. Oh, yeah. That just created bullshit drama. But you created something beautiful. So maybe that was your season. You have to trust the process. That was your season with that person in relationships, and don't rush in for answers. Look, because in the beginning, anyways, this is like happily ever after, literally. Like, I usually stop reading just after getting this card. But this is the real story. And I feel like your karmic debt is paid. This masculine isn't. He'll be wishing and wishing and wishing. But this guy's gonna be your Virgo, I think. Capricorn, Taurus. And we are in the Taurus moon, if you want to get the real story. Yep, gotta trust the process. Can't rush. And that's it. And that's it. I don't think the divine wants me to do anymore right now on that. So, we could post a couple of charms real quick. No matter what, everybody, I hope not, people are down and out. What if you were in that situation? You know what I'm saying? Look, you are a high priestess. High priestess, look, you're thinking about investing. Look, you love neon. Yeah, Lisa, you know what, Lisa? Could be a relative. I feel like you're craving cupcakes, vanilla, maybe with sprinkles on top, and that stuff, Yeah, beware this Decepticons. Stay to yourself. Stay to yourself. Look, I feel like you play piano with someone here. Look, you grew up in the 90s, because you know what this is, cassette tape. Look, you have a gray cat, a white cat, and a gray and white cat, or a gray and white tabby. Or you have a white cat, or you just have a gray cat, or you have a tabby, or you have a gray and white cat that looks like this. Yes. So, well, I gotta say, see? You're sober too. Congratulations to you. I feel a Libra energy. It's called investing in yourself, right? I am the messenger. The messenger. And that's what that means. Okay? First house. Yeah. You could like avocado or be craving it. Yeah. Shakers, something about shakers. You can know how to do, I don't think you're using straws, you're using the hula hoop theory, which is more effective, huh? Than that stupid green stick, I know. I really know. I truly know about that. You could have a little dog. You could be into, this could be your favorite flower, your chakras. Could be this color, something's this color on you, or you're wearing this color, turquoise. Turquoise is for protection, that and silver. I feel like you're not drinking red wine. I feel like you drink a little bit, but I don't feel like you drink red wine either. I feel like, mamas, you wear a bow, you have something polka dot, or it could be a male that has something polka dotted. Just that energy. You're sharp when it comes to doing what you do. Makes you as green sharpener. Yeah, you're sharp. You make bank. Capricorn, Taurus energy, which we're in the Taurus moon, and Virgo. What was I saying? Virgo. Yeah, you're getting ready for bed. I feel like you're in your comfies. Oh, see, Minnie, Mickey. Look, you guys are something about Disney. Your name could start with D. I was getting a premonition on this earlier. I downloaded a channel message of some kind of construction happening, maybe in Vegas or somewhere in that state on the West Coast here. Yes, you don't eat fast food. So that would be a great thing to invest in, actually, for you. I feel like you have a long neck, where people could see your neck really well. Maybe you like tomatoes a lot. I don't feel like you have a gray truck. Maybe you have a gray car, or you have a different color truck. Look, you're celebrating too. How many days of sobriety? Let me know in the comments. Congratulations, happy birthday too. I feel like hot stuff is giving you indigestion, so don't. It could be the tomatoes too. Tomatoes are hot stuff. Yeah, it could give you indigestion. Even some fast foods, like fruit, yogurt, fish, vegetables. Starch for potatoes or rice. I like white rice. And if you do rice, it's like, well, it depends. It's some people do equal parts. I do 1 cup of rice to 3 waters. So, or 2.5 to 3. So, and the secret to fried rice, okay, is letting the white rice dry out in a plastic Ziploc in the refrigerator. It has to be dry, and that is the secret to white rice. And the secret to preparing white rice is to get the starch off the rice. So you want to put the water in first before you add the 3 cups, 2.5 cups. Wash it off. You got to wash the rice off, like literally, like I do it like 4 or 5 times just to get it. It comes out fluffy, and then you can eat it as a dessert with leche, milk, and sugar, just a little bit. Could be a 0 sugar or sweet milk or something, or a little bit of syrup. You know what I'm saying? Or just leave it alone. Just eat the white rice with a little milk. That's it. Put a little cinnamon. Cinnamon's really good for you. Or honey. Yeah. So white rice is great for a lot of things. And you can lay the fish, like I make a little round bed of rice, for the fish, or the vegetables inside the rice, and then the fish on top. Yummy. And it only takes 7 minutes to cook a piece of fish, okay? And you can only flip it once, so be careful. When it's flaky white is when it's perfect, or when the fat rises on a piece of salmon, pink salmon, it's ready. And when it flakes, it's ready. Just to let you know. Anyways, trust the process. You guys are awesome. I just want to say I have the greatest group tonight. I always have the greatest group. I feel like you're 58, 62. 28 and 29, celebrating, or maybe you're not really celebrating, but you're celebrating. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, in a different kind of way. Maybe you're playing a game. I don't know. You have a black cat. I feel your name starts with AD. I don't know. You believe in aliens, or like Alien, the theme of, and movies or cinema. Maybe you have a cinema in your house. I feel like you're sad right now, or feeling alone and not grounded. Maybe you're in the air or an airplane, but you're usually a happy person. Something about, I can never read the other word, but something about someone being your biggest fan. I don't know, maybe you're going on some meet and greet thing. I don't know. But you don't know too much about computers. I feel like you have a team. Yeah, or look, I feel like you're in the ocean fishing right now for something like squid or lobster or something. I feel like or have a trip to go fishing. Yeah, and you might have caught a big ass squid. Yeah, who knows? You know, but that's how I feel. And you're an empath and of intuition, so you're very aware. I feel that's awesome. So you have a lot of good things coming for you, and just remember, you know, God that began the good work in you within you will continue, and his work, you know, is good and great and of good things, but until it is finally finished, he's always with you. Just remember that. You're never alone. Philippians 1:6. Your name could be Philip. In the first house of self-love, was saying in the sixth house of home. So I feel Empress, High Priestess energy more than the masculine tonight. But I do feel masculine is watching. Hi, masculines. Thanks for joining. Yeah, let's throw a couple of cards out here. Let me see. Cosmic embrace. A dance with rhythm, universe knowing all the hearts are woven. Fabric of love. See what I'm saying? And it's gonna be better than you ever imagined. Cosmic tapestry, embracing the threads of fate, knowing the heart and guided by the unseen forces of love. I knew that you had a green aura. Yes. You're receiving the love and support of my ancestors, flowing through you like a mighty river. Don't forget what they taught you. Don't get lost in this living. Stay with the heartbeat of life. Yes. You see what I'm saying? Finding strength and balance and unity. Love is coming for you. What was I telling you about that, Virgo? Cosmic coming. I feel the rhythm of the universe. What was I saying about it being the heartbeat of the universe? Resonating within you. You could be even someone that has written a symphony, knowing heart and part of cosmics. Yeah, whispers of forgotten dreams, but you still listen or you listen of wisdom from your soul, remembering past lives and future paths. So that's what keeps you playing, I feel. Even though you be giving music, that's what it is, music, the cold shoulder. Yep. Exactly. It's music you've been giving the cold shoulder to. What was I saying? Song of silence. Song of silence. I find solace and stillness in my own being, knowing my inner flame burns bright. So definitely dealing with the Leo, I feel Aries big time, and Sagittarius. Okay, definitely. But Song of Silence. Don't let that underestimate you, because that person might underestimate you. Who knows, you know? You want to be around like-minded people right now. And if that means you got to be in hermit mode right now, that means you got to be in hermit mode. Just remember, you got to do what's best for you and yours. You guys have been so great. Thank you so much. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the highs. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Thank you for subscribing, liking, and sharing. And don't forget to be your authentic self. I feel like you're radiating, what was I saying, a green aura, right? Yeah, don't forget to be your authentic self and show your true self and courage, and don't be afraid to do so, okay? And that's the truth. Don't be afraid. Alchemy garden, you've been watering the garden, so it's green, of course. Definitely green. What was I saying? Confirming aura of green. Pretty amazing how that works. But yes, starlight labyrinth, like I said, one step at a time. The veil, the illusion. Maybe this is for the magician. You know, when you are look venturing into the depths of heart and uncovering hidden truths. You're going to find out shit. You're going to be pissed off at this guy, and you're not going to want nothing to do with him. So it's a good thing you're not with him right now. Ancestral embrace with love and support. You're not going to fucking love and support him when you find out what your ancestors let flow into your life without some kind of knowledge. You know, the river of knowledge. That's what I kind of call it in a way. Anyways, just keep note, you know, I care about you guys. I love all you guys, and I think I'm so blessed to have all you guys. As for my first subscriber, to my newest viewer and my newest subscriber, please subscribe, like, and share. And remember, there's edible straws out there, been around since 1925, so let's start using them now. And there's a way to cut the plastic existing straws. All we have to do is follow the video, the tutorial on this channel, floating straws video. 5 cuts and they float to the top. They won't sink anymore. And the problem is sinking plastic, and the biggest problem is the straws right now. So we need to do something about that. Let the real story be known. Okay. Anyways, let's do something, because we can do something about it in numbers. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much for being a part of this channel, like I said. Thank you so much. You're my reason for this season. Like I said, if you want one of these, leave a comment, let me know. Message in the bottles. And I use a beach theme. You know, it's because I'm kind of like an ocean activist in a way. But, yeah, so turquoise of communication, of course. Anyways, there's different colors for different reasons. I use a beach theme, but it doesn't always have to be that color. So let me know. Also, these incense burners. When you donate to the church a certain amount, you get like all these things. That's what I'm doing. So when you donate to the church, then you get like a free read. You get like one of these. You get like a bunch of stuff. Like I can't even tell you right now because I've got so much on my mind and I gotta go. But anyways, I love you all. Please subscribe, like, and share. Don't be afraid to share. Who cares what people think of us? You know, we've been discriminated since the beginning, especially women. So don't be afraid to have a voice and use it. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. I'll see you tomorrow. Sorry I look like shit, but it is what it is. I had a hard day today. My legs are hurting, and I'm not feeling so good. But I hope I could help, and thank you so much. Good intentions my way. Please, medically, when I get the medicine, my life-saving medicine. So that would be great. So I haven't had it in a while. But thank you, and good night to everybody else. I'm more of a high priestess. I went broke because I invested too much. Like, I thought I was a millionaire and I wasn't. Stupid, huh? You don't know unless you fail. You gotta fail to win. So, just remember that. And I asked someone, I'm like, you know, doing 7 times over the same thing is insanity, okay? However, if you learn from each of those times, you just might succeed one of those times, or the 8th time. So learn from your mistakes and don't do what everybody else does, because everybody else is their own worst enemy if you haven't noticed. You're welcome, Carrie. Thank you for subscribing, liking, and sharing. And Carnicia. Thank you so much, you guys. I really appreciate you guys. I'll see you later. I'll see you on the next Timeless Message. That's a message.